Hey friends, this is the View Plus. It's made by Airthings and it's an air quality monitor. It gives you all sorts of really great data. On today's video, we're gonna walk through those different data points. I'm gonna explain each one. And basically that's the one bad thing I would say about this machine is that you really have to understand these various acronyms and shortened abbreviations for these various things that the device is reading. So as long as you know, again, you can refer back to this video. I've had to do it numerous times just to get a basic idea of the information that we are reading. So let's go ahead and start with what the View Things likes to show us right off the bat, and that is our radon. Now again, this is one of the really nice things about this specific device you don't find on a lot of the other devices, is that it gives you that radon reading. So as you can see, ours says 0.8. Now radon gas, unfortunately, it's not something you can see or smell, but it is very, very toxic. It's naturally released from the ground, and a lot of times when you build a home, you can get some of that radon that leaks into your house naturally from the earth. Small trace amounts are not bad, but if you have large amounts, it could actually lead to very, very dangerous things. So let's look at the app that's associated with this to see what our radon levels should be and what they need to remain under. Okay, we're on the View Plus app, and again, this is a really great addition to the device that sits in your room. And as you can see, over the last 30 days, we've been measuring our radon. It goes up and down a little bit, but for the most part, we've stayed underneath that 1 level, which is really, really good. You can see the yellow line starts at 3, and then the dangerous levels start at 4. So again, as long as we're down here in the sub 1 level, totally fine. Everything should be good to go. But so nice to have this thing around, checking constantly to make sure our radon levels are not going to be in the toxic area. Okay, the next important one we're looking at is PM. Now you can see this is showing the PM 2.5. Okay, what the heck does that mean? Well, PM stands for particle matter. And basically what this is doing is it's measuring fine particles that are in the air. Now there's different levels of these fine particles that it also measures. So let's take a closer look at that. Now, as you can see, Airthings does have some articles you can read online. Again, it's kind of frustrating that this isn't readily available for us to reference. But as you can see, particle matters include dust, dirt, liquids that are all suspended in the air. So this could be from smoke, smog, those kind of things. And again, the View Things is able to measure that, which is really, really great. Now again, size does matter in this specific instance. As you can see, PM1 are extremely fine particulates with diameter of fewer than 1 micron. So that's gonna be bacteria, wildfire smoke, coronavirus. Let's actually check our PM1 readings. Okay, we're back on the app and we're in our PM1 reading. Now, as you can see, we're in the green here as well. Now, our average, as you can see at the bottom, is below 1, and we would need to get all the way up into 10 to even be in that moderate grade of getting bad air. And then all the way up to 35 where it becomes significantly dangerous. So again, having the ability to look and see if we have bacteria, smoke, coronavirus, those kind of things in our particulate matter is really important, and it's great to see that we're staying in the green here. Now let's also check the 2.5 particulate matter. Now again, this is going to be dust particles and things like that. And as you can see on our 30-day reading, we did have a high zone around the beginning of the month where we may have had a lot of dust blowing through. And so seeing that data gives us the ability to go back and look, figure out what happened so that we can potentially avoid that in the future and have our air contaminated. Again, great readings to have. Okay, back on the View Things, if you wave your hand, you're going to get some other information. And for us, this is where we run into our first really negative air quality, and that is with our CO2. You can see it's all the way up at 981. So let's take a closer look at what CO2 is. Now, CO2 obviously is just carbon dioxide. It's a greenhouse gas that is natural and harmless in small quantities. But obviously, if it gets large enough, it affects our productivity and our sleep. Now, it's most commonly produced indoors by the air we exhale. And this is important to understand. So let's check out our readings and get a good idea of what our CO2 levels are and why they're so high. Okay, so as you can see on our CO2 levels, we are getting up really, really high almost every single day, or in this case, night. Now, again, it's because a lot of the CO2 is created as we breathe. Guess where I keep my View Things monitor? Well, right next to my bed. So I'm literally breathing into this thing all night long, raising that level. So again, as you can see over the course of the day, it goes down, gets into the green, and then as we begin our sleep cycle again, well, it goes right back up. In fact, today, the latest version, as you can see, I actually took a nap midday and brought those levels right back up as they were going down. So what does this tell me? Well, it tells me I probably need to get some more air circulating through our room as we sleep. It definitely might help our sleep be better. And again, having that insight so we can make some changes has been really, really great. As you can see, Airthings recommends you open a door or window, again, to help with that air circulation if you are showing an increased level of CO2. Now, here's a quick breakdown of the different levels and the symptoms you can experience. We were all the way up to 1400 up here. So again, we're looking in these areas. Now, obviously you can see concentrations for us are fairly typical. So it's not any kind of a danger, it looks like. But again, complaints of drowsiness and poor air quality, that is what we could experience if we let those levels stay up there without getting any kind of fresh air circulating. Definitely don't want to get down into these lower areas. Let's take a deep dive into one more of these specific readings that we can get, and that's VOC. If I click on here, you can see our average VOC cycles a little bit here. Let me go to the 30-day. And again, as long as we stay below the 200 level, we are in the green. Now, in order to get into dangerous levels, we need to get all the way up into the 2000 level. So again, our readings are pretty good. So what the heck is VOC? So VOCs are volatile organic compounds. They're a combination of gases and odors that can be found in a lot of the chemicals and other products that we use in our homes. Now, obviously, having this indoor can lead to all sorts of interesting health problems, and so we need to make sure we're not contaminating ourselves with a lot of the products that are around. Now, some of those products that may be adding to your VOC levels in your house are candles and fires, fragrances. You can see new furniture emits all sorts of chemicals, cooking fumes, cleaning products, craft products, children's toys, paints and varnishes. There's all sorts of chemicals that are in these daily products that we use, and all of those can add to our air quality. Now, to get those down, obviously we need to ventilate. We need to get an air filter potentially, and we need to make sure our air is circulating so that clean air can push all of those bad chemicals out of our home and fresh air can be entered into our rooms to make sure we are properly breathing air that isn't filled with all those chemicals. Here's a closer look at those specific levels. As you can see, anything below 250 is pretty low, good to go. Now, if we get above that and the averages are persisting for more than a month, you really need to do some deep dive into what is producing those within your home. Then obviously anything greater than 2000 is considered very high, and you need to take an active step in getting your areas ventilated with fresh air. Now, the View Plus measures all sorts of other great information to have, like temperature, pressure, even humidity. And so having this here has just been a really great benefit for us to get a very clear picture of the environments we're spending our time in. Because it's so small and portable, it's really nice to be able to take into our various rooms and grab readings. We can take this to an office. You could take this in a car even, and really just get an idea of the air quality that you're breathing for the environments that you spend a lot of time in. So definitely been a big benefit for us. Big thumbs up. We really like having this around. I hope that's helped make those readings just a little bit more understandable for you. Feel free again to reference this video at any time. Go check out the Airthings website if you want some more deep dives into some of these measurements. They have some really great articles. Stay tuned, we're making a bunch more videos to help you with these kind of devices. Subscribe, and we will see you again on the next one.